with me today is a powerful lady, a woman that I really respect on this whitey street, a very resilient woman at that. She's going to talk about it because she really, I met her during a time she was really doing the most to get her channel to cross that particular milestone, and she was able to do it. So we've been planning this for a while. I think this is the one guest we've been planning to do this service for like, I think over 3 months. Over 3 months we have just been because she just booked, blessed, and busy. But eventually, time happened. Even this one we scheduled a month before, and she had to block it on her calendar and everything. Let me tell you guys, what do you do with your lives? This one we scheduled it even before, like 1 month ago. We were ready. We knew we were going to have this live stream today. So we just needed to work the logistics today, and today she's been able to grace the panel, and I'm so happy that she's here. Rachel is a lot of things. When you go to her channel, and I'm just going to share it out now so that you guys can see the channel. And I want you to click on the pinned link. It will take you directly up to where she is. Let me say that I can share the channel so that you guys have an idea of where it is. Rachel Faraja. She will tell you what Faraja means. Faraja is a very beautiful word in Swahili. She will tell you the meaning of Faraja. Baada ya dhiki faraja. We do have a proverb that says that after a very difficult period, we normally have a lot of success and hope and that kind of thing. She will talk about the meaning of her name in Swahili. That is her channel. Look at that channel. When you go to her channel, you will see her description. Guys, look at the banner. Look at the picture. This one, even as I think a photographer who does these things. Look at that picture. Professionally done. And she's a food content creator. She's a foodie. She loves making food. She makes cooking look very professional on YouTube streets. Me, I have seen her kitchen. That kitchen looks like that one for Gordon Ramsay. There's even no dirt there. In fact, at some point I had to ask her, is that your house or you hired the place to go and be doing your content there? And Rachel Faraja, you're a new member. Anywhere, anytime, JD just joined your membership. So congratulations on that. So Rachel Faraja, congratulations on your membership. Lydia Petty, nice to see you. Yeah, so that is her channel. I see Angeli Vlogs, my sister. Dada Angeli, thank you so much for coming in. Flo and Ted, welcome. Flo and Ted, what's going on? Hilda Wawira, thank you so much for coming in. So this is the lady we're going to have a conversation with today, and she's going to talk to us about the power of balance, why it is important for us to cultivate balance as content creators, because as content creators, we wear so many hats. We are not just, I'm not just Goga. I am not just Rachel Faraja. I may be a brother. I may be a son. I may be a husband. I may be, you wear so many hats outside this particular platform. And that is what we are going to discuss today. So without further ado, allow me to welcome the beautiful lady you are seeing on the screen. I hope you click on the pinned link. It will take you directly to our live stream. You can watch the live stream from there. She will raid you back. She's very experienced. She will raid you back here. You can stay there and watch the live stream from there and give her that ad revenue. She's a monetized channel, so you'll be giving her ad revenue. Naomi Njaguna, I see you there. Jason and Gina, how you doing, Jason and Gina? Sorry guys, I'm always biased when I see Jason and Gina because that's family. So Jason and Gina, welcome. So don't feel bad. Goga, me, you did blow me a kiss, Goga. There's family and then there's you people. So just kidding. So that is her channel. We will talk about that one shortly. Let me bring her up on the panel and then she can introduce herself in the best way she knows how. So Rachel Faraja, without further ado, welcome to the Sunday service. Such an honor having you here. Please introduce yourself to the tribe, the 20 million people who are watching you right now.
Oh my goodness, Goga, I need to hire you to be my hype man.
Anytime.
I think I need to hire you so that you have an assignment every day. You call me at a certain time and you just hype me up to go on and conquer the world.
I love it. Anytime. I'm here for you.
Thank you so much, Goga, for the amazing introduction. I think it is one thing to be so yappy and chatty on the chat when you're watching someone and it is them on this screen. But when it is your turn, you wonder, oh goodness, where will I be?
You're used to being like a member of the congregation at the Sunday service. But today you are the visiting pastor and bishop.
I feel like dissolving, but I cannot go anywhere. I am here, so bright and excited as well.
Yes.
Those scared. We said sometimes we have to do these things scared. Come on, do it scared.
Why are you scared? Why are you scared? And you're a very experienced live streamer. Like, you've been doing this for a while. So why are you scared?
Not a co-host.
Anyway,
take me to my kitchen, and I'll be experienced. But the cook learning.
Maybe you can go make for us dinner at some point, and then we see how that goes.
we should plan one. We should plan where I'll make you dinner.
That's
anyway, thank you so much, and I'm so excited to be here. I don't know, but the music is a bit loud on my end.
Let me just reduce it for you. I thought it's because I also couldn't hear you a bit. Guys, is Rachel clear? Just someone just give me audio confirmation for Rachel. Jason and Gina, Anjali, any of the mods, give me a confirmation. Hey, Akashi, welcome. Blessed. Are we good? Can you guys hear Rachel well? And have you guys clicked on the pin? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Kurian. Kurian has confirmed that we are good. All right.
I am clear. All right. So, JD, my channel member, please hold forth for me on my end. You are my assigned moderator for tonight. So
yeah,
I think,
so JD,
yes.
Let me just reiterate that JD will be welcoming you guys at Rachel Faraja's live stream. So she's going to be the managing moderator there for tonight. Don't worry, me, I have a lot of moderators. So I know I have Jason and Gina, I have Anjali, I have they're coming. So it's okay. So
all right,
carry on, Rachel.
Yeah. Okay, you've said much about me, but let me just introduce myself. For those who are seeing me for the first time, Rachel Faraja is actually my name. And I use it because, it's not the name on the ID, but it's everyone around me knows me as Rachel Faraja. But my official name, you need to send me M-Pesa. I can give you my number, you confirm. That is the only way. Or you do me a check, I'll give you the actual names. So but Rachel is my name, Faraja is my name. Yes. So,
Rachel,
yeah. So I think that is where I'm coming from, just pulling myself from a space that I had never been a content creator before. I'd just been a Facebooker. Nothing much. My Instagram, nothing much. In fact, I joined TikTok the other day, which I am unable to keep up with.
Me too.
Content creation. Oh my goodness. So I think I'm coming from a space where I have existed behind the cameras, behind all that, passionately doing what I love, which is cooking. And that's not all I do. I am a mother. I am first a wife. Then the children came. Then, they found me in a career. I mean, I'm a professional that I've been working in the finance and banking world since I left college a few years ago. Wow. I've been doing all that. I'm an active church member in my church. In fact, today evening, Goga was calling me and he was like, I didn't want to call you during the day, and I was telling him, you are right. You would not have gotten me. I
thought so because of your description.
I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I am many things. I'm now. I identify as a YouTuber now because I've made so many friends. I've made. I can see JD here. I can see Ellen here. Ellen here. Oh goodness. Yes, that's a tongue twister for me. So I mean, looking at these people, looking at Goga, I mean, all Naomi Njuguna, looking at these people, they are like, they form part of my family, but I met them on YT, a journey
Nice.
that I joined a year ago. So basically, that's me on a nutshell, in a nutshell, and I'm glad to be here. I love YouTube, and finally, having been such a great consumer of YouTube, I'm glad to be sitting on this other side of content creation. It's not easy. It's not the easiest walk in the park, but it
Yeah.
is rewarding in all its form. So I'm so glad to meet you. I mean, some of you we chat on Goga's chat rooms and all that. We've never met. We connect after that, and I think that is what community is about. That is what YouTube is about. So, and I'm about all that as well. So I feel as one of you. I don't come as a stranger. I don't come as an expert. I come as one trying to check where is this thing going and just sharing wisdom and tips from the best way I know how. Yeah. So thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you so much also for agreeing for us to do this. You've said you're a mother, you're a wife, you're very strong in the church as well. You have a role there. You play very many roles. You're a banker, you're in finance. That's a very busy person. What inspired you to get into YouTube? Because I'm assuming if you have all these many roles, why did you add content creation into this list of roles that you have? And how has your journey evolved, especially in terms of content creation? Just give us an idea about, the kind of content you do and what inspired you to get into that particular space.
All right. I do content in terms of food. I am a food content creator. I came in with that as my initial entry point. When I shared my first video, I just had that conviction. I'll tell you about it, of just sharing, and it's been something that had been lingering in my mind, and there was that nudge to start, but I kept pushing it off, and until it reached a point I knew it was time to do it. And that is January last year. My first video went up, I think, on 10th or 11th of January, one of those dates. And before then, as I'm telling you, I'm a great beneficiary of the YouTube space. I have learned a lot. I've told you, like, I do food content. And in as much as anyone who loves to cook good food, they always look for a better way of making it. Making it improve, making it better. You don't want to keep serving the same greens you served. And actually, life can make you just even become adventurous with food. Like for me, I would have been comfortable just like boiling probably cabbage. But then I get married and there's a demand to present cabbage with broccoli or with salad, and I don't know how they merge. Most of the time you find yourself that you're either asking a friend or you're looking in the books. We used to have a lot of cookbooks a while back, which I made use of until I discovered YouTube. And I saw that in YouTube you can see so many styles you can watch, and you can get further explanation. If one person does not explain it this way, another one explain it another way. And while I was in that search, yes, I learned a lot, but there were frustrations in the journey. There were frustrations. I encountered frustrations. Some of them were what we all used to cook, ingredients. A while back, it was very difficult to find ingredients, like you just hear like Parmesan cheese. That time we are Kenyan, like you're like, oh God. I know, like in the US and all those areas, like cheese is their everyday thing. But by the time by the time you get cheese, And I didn't know what was cheese, but later on I came to know out of cheese. And I have a cheese video in one of my videos. I have a mozzarella cheese video. You
Mozzarella
can watch
cheese.
it later. Yes, imagine I have journeyed like from not knowing what was cheese to finding how it is made to making a video on one to I do pizzas with cheese in my house. Anyway, let me not digress. That gets me excited. Now let me tell you the frustration was that you encounter ingredients that are not either locally available or are either too costly, or the person giving the names, they're not relating them to what you know. They are saying just in their native language and it ends there. Secondly, people never gave procedures well. Like you just see, like you can tell how way it's going, but if you are new to a dish and you want to do it, there is a way to be taught. There's a way to be shown. There's that tweak, that one explanation that I'll give you, and it will transform your dish. From a person who just desired to do it, went on, shopped your ingredients, cut them up, put them in your pot, and finally you produce a dish. I was doing all this before I started YouTube. I would host my friends, my family, and people would just feast from what I've made. And it is not once or twice. People would leave with recipes of what we've made. Show me how you made this coleslaw. Show me how you made this potato. Show me. And for me, what I thought is simple or it's obvious is not to everybody. So that actually drove me to come here and leave my footprint of what I know and have been doing, and also is a passion. I'm so passionate about food. And I don't know what point you are at, but on another point, my life at work is so, I don't want to say boring, but it is so like structured. It is, I know what I need to do. I know I can even tell you how tomorrow will go or all that. But then I have a chance to create for myself my own space where I can say, I can dictate the meal I want to make. I can do a live stream, talk whatever way I want to do. It's also another point of social interaction. I think I read in my channel, I read every comment and I reply to every comment because it means that much to me. That social interaction, that thing that I have created a space. I did not know one of my friends is called Cynthia Adams. I did not know her. I did not know Helen here. She'll always watch my videos. And I mean, we've grown from that space to so sure that I've even met Helen in person. I think for me, that is the intentionality that I'm here for. YouTube to be a way of life, and therefore it has to be integrated into how my other life has been flowing before I became a YouTuber. That's what I can say for now.
Food content creation. Like, you can see I'm just scrolling on your channel and I'm like, hey, these thumbnails. Where, like, I'm already hungry. I just had dinner like a couple of like hours ago. And now I'm just like, now, why are you like this, Rachel? I mean, is it easy to cook on video? Like people like us, we do yoga and everything. I can exercise and things like that. I mean, cooking is messy. Why? How do you make cooking look so cool on your channel? Because I have seen you. I've watched your videos. That time we were trying to push you for your WH and everything. The kitchen is so neat. It looks like you're on TV. Like those TV cooking shows. Like, is cooking easy? Like, is cooking easy on YouTube? Or there's the cooking you show us, and then there's now the cooking like in your, the normal cooking, like a typical kitchen. And then, and then another question that somebody is going to ask. The food you cook on YouTube, is that the food that the family is going to eat? Is that what your husband is going to eat? Or your husband is going to tell you? The other day I was talking to one of my friends. And the husband was telling her, where is that YouTube food? Because the husband was saying that I have never seen that food that you are doing on YouTube, because the husband has subscribed to her channel, and the husband has never seen properly presented food like that in the house. So the husband was like, Where do you take this food after cooking? And
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure you get asked that a lot. I'm sure you get asked that a lot. So I've asked 2 questions. I want to hear the answer. Asking for a friend. Asking for a friend disclaimer.
Fast. Goga, you're so funny, but it is true because I relate to your question, and I will tell you more about it. So yes, first it's my kitchen. I cook from there. I do everything from there, on and off camera. So the few times you've caught me cooking or I've shown you cooking are the fewer times. Many are the times that I do not shoot. I actually think what this would have been such a perfect video when I'm halfway the recipe. And another reason is that I work, so it's not all the time that I'll be in the kitchen. So when I get the time to be there, it's either I'm rushing against time to present this dinner before kids fall asleep, or I'm rushing to present a meal. But anyway, most of the time I use my weekends, which are Saturdays, although nights were working at some point very well. It's my kitchen. That's the way it is. If you came today and walked in, you'll just be like, oh, this is a corner with a cooker. This is the corner that we see. There's nothing that is moved. I just put an extra workspace whenever I need to.
Yeah.
That is the only thing. There's a table I add when I need to just present my what. But everything I use, and that is the other thing actually that brought me on YouTube. Can I be authentic? Can I be authentic and show people?
Speaking of authentic, you have a very beautiful kitchen. Let me just tell you.
Thank you.
Me, I saw your kitchen and I'm just like, I look at my kitchen here and I'm like, there is no way. Me, the day I want to do cooking, I will come and hire your kitchen. I am not going to cook food in my small kitchen. It is not happening. I want that kitchen of yours because it looks like you're on a TV show and it looks very professional. Helen here is also saying, Goga, don't forget about her gadgets. Her kitchen is well equipped. You see, I'm not the only one who notices these things.
Yes, you have to invest. The gadgets. Actually, let me wait. Hold on, that thought of the gadgets. But for the kitchen, Helen, I see you. But for the kitchen, I think sometimes it's what you want to have. You can have it. It's not anything special. When I started off just with the way my kitchen was. I did a few videos, but there were improvements I kept. Of course, we had moved into a different house from where I was staying. And the kitchen, I was not very happy about the old cabinets, the working space, the what. And I kept thinking, how can I make this space better or look just in a more presentable way? Even the way it is, it's not the best to me, but it is the most workable for that moment. I look forward to having a kitchen where I cook and my cooker is behind me and I'm not in front of it. Like, they are goals. I'm aiming at.
Okay, we are sorry.
Yes, there are goals I'm aiming at. But you, thank you for admiring where we are at, and I'm grateful to God for it.
Yeah,
I had to do a mini makeover where we just revamped a few things, which I thought would give me a better outlook. So my initial videos would see my own
wait. Guys, did you hear what she just said? Can you hear the language of our content creator? We had to revamp things a little bit just to get a better outlook. Did you just hear that language? Like, listen to yourself. Guys, go and check the channel. You will see what revamping looks like. It was a whole makeover.
Oh yes. So I'm better now. I feel happier in the space where I'm at. Though, I mean, as I'm telling you, it is not, there are still things I will do here and there. But again, it's a rented space. I have to, play down my expectations as we work with what we have now. So, I was talking about that is how we are. We keep it clean. I have helps because I work and I have to go to work. I contract helps that come here and they do the cleaning for me. They help me. And I teach them. Everyone that comes on board. There's a time last year they had shown me dust. They kept going, but once we settle, you just come in, I onboard you and show you that this is the way we keep. It's the kitchen, yes, but it's everywhere in my house. I think I've not had the opportunity to present that the other places in my house and all that. Time will get us there, but I always like on board everybody coming in. This is how we keep it clean. Do this. So that is it. The other thing you asked about the food, yes, that is the food we eat for dinner, breakfast, or what meal, or the juices we drink. And one of the days, my husband got a comment from one of the friends, and they were telling them, Mama, I envy you. Can I be coming to your house like a few days like this? And
they can see what their friend is being fed.
Yes, and if this is the food that you eat, the food we see that you eat, I want to be visiting. And my husband was like, just come by, Mama. My wife will not mind. She loves like giving people their food, but that was so funny. So at some point, it got me cautious, like, hey, people are watching the foods I'm presenting. And some of these people don't even know that videos are edited. Like I could do a video of chicken on the 1st of the month and post it on 30th. So they think I'm ever, loaded, like having money to do chicken.
This one is always just eating fancy things,
Or no, posting them at the wrong time of the month. Like, why are you posting chicken and eating cabbage?
But that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. And it goes to show, because like what I think about cooking content. And Veronica, nice to see you. Welcome, Veronica. Thank you so much for popping into the live stream. It's really beautiful seeing you here. And then you have a blessing from Helen here. Helen here has got you like some coffee.
Thank you so much, Helen.
Thank you so much, Helen here. You. I will play for you the music later, Helen. And then Helen here is saying, keep up the good work teaching us new recipes. Keep up the good work, teaching us new recipes. Before I like how you said this is the food that you eat in your house as a family. And, for me, I would think cooking content, you can't run out of ideas of content, but I like what you said about not the food you cook every day can end up on YouTube. So I like that reality, because I'm thinking, that should be easy because we cook daily. So lunch will be, if I'm making lunch, that will be content. Dinner will be content. Breakfast will be content. But then I know there's also a lot of pressure that comes with that. Which is the next question I'm going to ask, because how do you like manage to operate video cameras and everything in the kitchen? The kitchen is just, I don't know. The last time I tried to cook in the kitchen, I was on a live stream. Let me tell you how the phone I don't know fell down. The steam was coming. The steam out of the cooking pot was like, it was just a mess. How do you I don't know. Tell us what do we need to do to make sure it looks fancy without drama happening? Or it's edited.
Helen, I see you. Helen is saying unatupea pressure. It's my duty. It's my duty and call to pressurize you and make you give those girls good food.
Yeah.
It is my calling. I will not rest until, Helen, you do that. Anyway, it is actually something you have to figure out. First of all, you have to have can I call it a workflow, a flowing kitchen to avoid clumsiness.
Ebu said that again. There are some words you are using here today. Workflow. I'm writing that one down.
You have to have a workflow in order to avoid clumsiness in the kitchen or just being chaotic. Okay. I a while back I considered myself a bit clumsy. Like I would hold things, they fall. I
Yeah.
would hold knives and they cut me. I don't know. I don't know what was that.
Yeah.
And it was actually a worry when I began YouTube. Like, wow, would they be just seeing tomatoes flying all over? And like, how am I going to maintain that? How am I going to do that? But I think these things are in the mind. So for me, I just believed that. I mean, whichever way we cut it, we will cut. And actually, in my initial video, I was very intentional to show the cutting process, and we progress. Nowadays, it depends on what you are cutting. But to avoid things just being all over, you need a workflow. Your wire, like most of the time, we need ring lights in the kitchen because of the lighting. It's either too bright because they bring in a window that
Yes.
I mean the window that either the sun comes through, or it's on the other back side of the house where there's no light at all. So we have to have a ring light. A ring light has a cable, and probably you have your tripod or whichever stand you're using for the camera. And so I think you have to look in a way that when you step back, you're not stepping on the wire, or you're not falling on your ring light. And when you want to move forward, maybe to go to the sink, you have clear space to do that. And when you want to proceed now to the cooking space, you also have space. You also have to watch out for safety, that you don't burn yourself. Things are arranged nicely. There's something like the in the kitchen, it's described like you have to have your sink, your table, then your cooker. Your sink, your table, your cooker. So in as much as possible, have that in that order, and then now just fix the other things along. Either if you have a wall, if you have a corridor, just try and fix the other things, but don't put it in between. Now, when you get to the food itself, your camera will be affected by the steam. So it has to be from an angle that it is not being hit by the steam directly. So you can practice that before you go on set or before you start recording. You will definitely get an angle. The other thing is that, because for now I'm still doing this mostly by myself, there is one of my sons is very interested in all these issues of YouTube and all that, and is actually part of the people who pushed me to start a YouTube channel. Because ever since he was like 3 years old, we would cook, and because he would see me watching cooking videos, he would tell me, he would act like those guys, like, "Hi guys, this is what you're doing," and all that.
Yeah.
So he's a natural vlogger. He would, and so even he knows some of the videos that he has taken so well. There's a video he took, I think I was making mokimo njahe or something, and that video is over 1K now. I look at it and I'm like, there's something in this person and I must invest it. Though he's not interested all the time. So when he's not interested, I leave him and I have to, battle with my gadgets. So I normally use a phone. For now, I just use my phone to stream, which I set on a tripod, adjust it here and there, and you figure out. Watch my first videos, you see like this just pass as someone trying to figure out, but along the way you will get to know. You will get to know when to pause your videos, and then you remember to unpause them. That is the danger of cooking. Can you imagine? You are showing people a step
and then you pause.
Laughing, yes, you pause and you think you have unpaused, then you continue, then you are halfway, you're like, oh, wisha.
Then you have to restart the process again from, I know.
With what? Yep. The ingredient was one.
So that content is gone.
It's gone. Like, let's another day we will repeat.
Oh my goodness.
You guys, when you see me doing that, watch those videos and just like them. A lot goes into them.
It is not easy. But I like how what you said about how your son normally helps, and Veronica and everybody else is laughing. Even Lady Posh, who does cooking content, is laughing because she says we've been through a lot. We suffered through this problem, all of us. Like you paused and then you forgot to like unpause, and then life happens. And that is going to be my next question. Like you said you have 3 kids. How old is your firstborn?
My son is turning 12 in a few days, in less than 10 days. Yeah.
And that is the occasional production assistant you have in the kitchen?
No. That one turning 12 minds his own business, just enjoys the food. There's the other one turning 9 is the one that, he's my guy. My guy.
Nice. Wow, amazing. 9 years and already like knows hi guys and everything.
Yeah, one day I'll bring him on board. I told him to do his homework first.
Typical. I like this because, I like how you're breaking down the cooking content and I think this is a conversation we are going to have maybe, some other time, because I've heard a lot of things about cooking video. And then Lady Posh is saying here, for example, sometimes you are recording, then you receive a call. It's a recipe that you can't pause.
That's it.
Yeah, so I like this, and one day we'll have a cooking baraza. Then these guys can come and talk about the challenges of making cooking content. The reason we said let's have this conversation today is also like so you say you started your channel journey has been like now you say almost 2 years now.
Yes. 1.5.
1.5 years. 1.5 years. Probably if you started in January, so 1.5 years. That's pretty much 1.5 years now. But you also said you balance different roles. You are in finance and banking. You are a mother. You have church duties because of how active you are in the church. You are a wife. There are certain expectations that come with marriage and things like that. How do you manage, to balance all these particular roles with being a content creator? Because I do know you can say, but Goga, I'm a mother. I have to cook for my kids. But I guess also being a professional also in the finance space also means that there are certain, and I'm familiar because I do have friends who work in that sector, and I know how it can get busy sometimes, especially when you have to close the books. So how do you like balance all these aspects and of your life and with being a content creator? Where do you find a fine line?
Okay. There's a thin line in finding balance and just I don't want to say staying afloat, but finding balance and harmony. There's a very thin line, and all you want to do in all these roles we are describing is to achieve harmony. None is fighting with the other. My motherhood is not fighting with my career, is not fighting. Me being a wife, I am not affecting how I relate at work. I mean, all those things, they have their place, and that's what we call harmony. So I think one of the things that has really helped me is to just prioritize what matters at a given time. So what matters at a given time would depend on the demand at that time. And I go by a favorite scripture in the book of Ecclesiastes that says that there's a time and season for everything. So there's a time and season. My last born child is 3 years. There's a time and season that I could not be a content creator because I was nurturing this baby to find their own, their own space in the house and be able to depend on themselves. I was at that stage of I'm still doing, but it's different. So there's a time and space where I need to focus at work because it's a demanding season. Like there's 2 weeks of my month which are very demanding, and then there's a time and season to focus. When I'm at work, it's that. When I'm at church, it is that. So I think for me, what really helps me is the awareness that all these things, they need me to give them their best. none of it deserves the leftover of the other.
Wow.
And I remember even before I became a content creator, I would tell myself I need to leave work and come home and be a mother and relate with my children and not bring them the baggage of work. There's something that people say that I've heard that talk in many of either career talks or where women talk, or even gentlemen. They say when you get home, forget work at the door and enter and do other things. But that's a lie. I can't forget that today my boss was so harsh to me.
That's true.
He told me that I should think about whether I want to meet deadlines or I want to go home. That is the state I'm arriving home at. So you can't tell me leave it at the door and will come in. In the morning, I'm going. I've not seen either my child wake up. And it is in my mind, like, how did they wake up? How or did they feed? You can't tell me leave that at work, leave that at home. And now you are at work, you have to deliver. I mean, all these things, therefore, means that they exist in me. And I have to always, then, instead of leaving them at the doors or wherever I'm entering, I compartmentalize them. I just shelve them and pull it when it's necessary. The heart, I like that, the analogy you're giving of the heart. Like, just, there are those guys who play this game of rolling the heart like that. So if the heart for that, wear it to the maximum. The other thing I believe with is giving your best when you are at whatever you're doing. So I'm at work. I'll talk more about work because it takes a lot of time. 9 to 5, I'm at work.
Yeah.
And when I'm at work, I therefore have to be so dedicated, so focused that I can be able to finish all that I need to do because I need that work to end at 5. If I'm distracted, which I'll tell you as part of the challenges of my IT journey, it will affect. I'll either find I have take away work to come with it home, or I have unmet deadlines all over, and that creates a lot of chaos at work, and everything starts. You start feeling like people are against you, but it is just you not delivering what you are supposed to do. The other thing is, once you do that, learn to just be present in the moment. I've met my deadline. I've come home. So when I've come home and I meet my 3-year-old running to me, she's so jovial. She's here like, mommy, you're home. I have to just give that I have to give that energy back. I'm home and I can't, like, I think that's what people say, leave at the door. Maybe that's what they mean. But I have to be there, play around with her. And kids don't need like quantity. They need quality time. They need just a few concentrated hours with you. 1 hour. If you're just purposing to do it with your children, you will perfect it. I mean, they will always know that you're here from 6 to 7. We play, we eat very early in my house. We play, we eat. If there was homework, it's between 7 to 8, and between 8 to 8:30, it's time to, get ready for bed. And if you have children,
I think you froze there for a bit. Sorry guys, let me give my co-host time she'll be back shortly. I think we just heard that we have a technical issue, but she should be coming back in a bit. I see everyone. So guys, if you are watching from my side and you've not connected to Rachel Faraja, jump on the other side, jump on the other side and get to connect to her house and just give her that support. The live stream is also happening on her channel. So as I wait for her to get back, let's just give her a few minutes. She'll be back shortly. As I wait for her to get back, so we'll be able to now continue at least with the conversation. So let's just give her like a few minutes, and then She should be back in a bit. All right. Barry, walking exercise for your health. Nice to see you, Lady Posh. Thank you so much. Appreciated. I see Helen Akoya. Thank you so much for helping me out. Belinda Melvin says, I agree. RX Nails, thank you so much. Nice to see you there as well. Okay, she's back. Okay, welcome back. You are at the point where you are saying if you have children. So I think that is the last thing you are saying before you drop down.
Sorry for that.
No worries.
I was saying that if you have children, you have to have a structure where they follow a certain schedule. We call it scheduling in motherhood. I'll advise all mothers to have a schedule for their children, maybe just apart from holiday, not all days, maybe Fridays, Saturdays, you can let it be free flowing. But for weekdays and the time when there are other things going, schedule your children to a program. They'll also appreciate it because they become responsible. They know what they're supposed to do at a given time, and they are able to get rested. And you have very well content children. Like you have rested children that are not either grumbling because they didn't sleep enough or they didn't eat enough, they didn't do what. Everything has to happen at a given time. It's a whole topic, and it's a whole topic, but that is what much I can say. Then the other thing is that and then after that, if I put my kids to sleep at 8, I mean, it's only one now I put to sleep, the other go to sleep. So if they sleep at that time and they know the time, then it means from 8:30, and I needed to do editing, I needed to catch up with the live stream, I needed to even finish on undone work. It's not all the time you finish on undone work. I can do it. Then there are other days that are scheduled, or are just planned to be intentional, that my marriage will not fall apart because I am now a content creator and I'm a YouTuber. So there are scheduled dates. You go out and you have a coffee, catch up, come back home, refreshed. And I think those for me are the things that keep me going. For church, for me, I treasure it so much because I know if my spirituality is not intact, I will be chaotic. Like I'll be nothing will be in place. Whatever you believe in, like that spirituality aspect has to be intact. It is what empowers us from within. It's what gives us that self-confidence, that self-belief that you're able to do things and you're able to flow without a lot of fear, because that is what sometimes stops us. So majorly that's it. I have to be intentional to meet my friends. I have to be intentional to return their texts. It goes down to intentionality. So it's not all the time. Sometimes I've seen some of my, and actually this is some counsel I even offer from my place of work, where I tell young people coming on board, like, your life does not stop because you became a mother or because you got some work. Meet your friends, hang out for coffee with people, go for events, go outside there and see what people are doing. And then you also have to find that thing that refreshes you. What refreshes you after you have worked for everyone else? What refreshes you? And for me, it's a good movie. Imagine in all that chaotic time, I still Netflix. I still catch up, a series here and there.
Yeah.
Like, because for me, I'd rather even sleep at 1 a.m. watching 2 or 3 episodes, but I sleep fulfilled. I sleep happy. I feel like, I'm fresh. I'm happy. So I think in a nutshell, that's it. There are a lot of, when you get to the nitty-gritties, it's where you now start getting into, if you're facing a challenge in one area, always reach out to someone you're seeing they are doing it well, so that they can inspire you and they can give you some tips, or they can even tell you, like, stop wasting time. Sometimes we just need to be told the truth. There are people who get to the office and they chit chat for like 1 hour, just taking breakfast tea. Then they chit chat after lunch hour up to 3 p.m. and then they sit down to work up to 5. Like, you have to look at, where is my time leaking? Where is my time leaking? Because we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. So the other thing that I would mention as I finish is there's something called I've touched on it a bit, but it's called the art of time blocking. Block time for a given activity, and once you do it, you'll be able to finish it. If I, for example, sometimes I get home and I just feel like my kid's room is untidy. I need to assist because I mean the person being there is doing their best, but they are not getting to my standard. I block 30 minutes and I set my watch and I'm like, for the next 30 minutes, I'm just going to arrange these drawers, arrange here, do what, and I'm telling you, you can do it. I look back and I'm like, that was 30 minutes. I mean, I even spared some. At work, block when people want to chat you and you had block time for something, push it. Tell them that no, I'll see you at this time. Don't always say yes to everything. The art of saying no. You can say no. No is an answer. It's a word given in the dictionary to be used because we need to say no. We need to say no, and we need to say yes more to ourselves. I need to say yes because I need to go get my hair fixed. I need to say yes because I need that spa, whatever, pedicure, massage. So you have to begin to, I think these things also come with age, that there's a time you get and you say, I am fast, you know.
That's true.
I am fast. It's I've put people fast so much in my life. I need also now to start looking at me. I need to start looking at me. I sometimes sit and just feel like I need some time alone. I don't want to watch anyone on YouTube. I don't want to do what, because I'm saying that because it takes a lot of time for us as content creators, and that's what I'm referring to. I just want silence. Or I just want some nice Christian gospel music that will push me back to a good space. So you have to look at that thing that allows you to stay balanced so that you can be able to help everyone else around you, perform your duties to the excellence. I believe in excellence. I believe in if you're given something, do it to the best. Make sure that no one else should just be given that task because you are unable to do it. Make yourself irreplaceable, even at the place of your work. Offer the best. Talk to the people the best. And then I think that's it. We can take questions or something that needs clarification. But then there's this issue of multitasking. It doesn't always work.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work. You have to focus on one thing for you to be productive. So I know sometimes we feel like I need to multitask so that I can do many things. There are things you can multitask, there are others you can't. So
I like that.
I like that people that's where the magic lies. Yes.
I like how people are just like, word, preach. Oh my God, this lady. Yeah, you know, you're hitting the points, and I'm going to bring you some few comments here that I just picked from the chat. The first comment I get, I wanted to bring to the attention is by Posh. Lady Posh, who says, and Lady Posh, guys, is my channel member. She is all the way there in Bahrain. She says, I respect people who do content creation as a full-time job, because when somebody may even be feeling moody, they have to pick up a camera and pretend all is well. That's very true. And then Helen here says, as moms, it is easy to forget you have your life, as besides being a mom, wife, career person, and such titles, you have to make the choice to be you at times, though it's not easy. The other day I was having an event here, Rachel, and there's some two ladies. So I was having a party, and you know, sometimes my parties can go for long. And yes. There's some ladies who are stuck here at my party for the giveaway, and then the following day I meet them in some live stream, and they were saying, "Yo, my husband told me to go back to YouTube." Because I was going to bed after Goga's party at 2 a.m. And then the other one was saying that maybe my husband didn't even want to talk to me. He was busy throwing tantrums in the morning during breakfast. And then the question I'm going to ask you, does your husband support your content creation pursuits? It's a very, you can just say yes or no. I don't want to give, I don't want to get into details.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does. But I know what those ladies were referring to. Those days of WH.
Were you told to go and sleep on the couch the days of WH?
Not expressly, but I sensed it. I was wise enough.
But it was very clear. So it's one question.
Yeah.
It's one question that I think people grapple with is like, does your spouse support your content creation? And I know sometimes you have to, and I like what you said about you have to find you have to find a balance. You have to find a balance and know. I like that idea of time blocking. I think it's a very crucial thing. Helen here is like trying to remind you. Helen here says, tell us the receipts. Tell us the receipts. Those times of WH. Wait.
Let me tell you, those ones I'll give you for free. Because I mean,
and to the women who are listening here, you know, there are a lot of women here and their husbands who are watching right now. Because I do get husbands watching the live stream. Yes, just you can tell them in a very broad sense. I know your husband is also maybe also be watching, but I know you have to be politically correct.
Of course. I am a wise woman. Okay, so I think Helen is referring to, you know, there's that push, there's that desire, and I'm so glad because with Helen, I mean, I think she was my twin in this journey because we met in the Whitey streets, and we were not. We didn't know each other before, but she found me, like she's like, hey, you gained this number of subscriber this day, or I see you're moving well. Then I introduced her to a community we are in, or we are still part of, and we would live stream. We would join live streams. So as we were just watching live stream, people talking, others coming in, others joining memberships, others super chatting. We were there like, hey, like we are looking for supporters. We still do, by the way. So make sure you support us. So I think the thing would be time zone. Sometimes you're streaming someone whose time zone is, they've just like, it's 8 p.m. to their time, but for you, it's either 10 or 11. And at some point, it had to reach somewhere. And we talked with Helen. We were like, you know what? We have to be true to ourselves. We have to still have our homes. We still have to have our jobs, and just live stream when you can. Because you can imagine a week of live streaming daily somewhere for that. It's not even humanly possible. I don't know how we did it. Yeah, let me stop at there.
The lesson is right at home. The lesson is right at home, and that takes me now to the next question. What are some of the biggest challenges that you faced from where you sit in terms of juggling these different roles that you play, and how did you overcome some of these challenges? I mean, you can just give us like one or two isolated examples that you feel comfortable sharing, just to give us an idea of one of the things in being like you have a 9 to 5. There are people, and just based on what Lady Posh was just saying, there are people who don't have like a 9 to 5 job, so they can actually be on YouTube. Like they can wake up and they can say, I'll be on YouTube the entire day. That becomes a job. For some people, YouTube is a full-time job. It's like this is what they do for a living. But you and I here, we have a 9 to 5. I wake up like I also have a 9 to 5 where I have to like check in. And then I know like I get anxious on Wednesdays if I'm at a meeting and it's not ending because I have a live stream at 7. And if I notice the meeting, because I'm trying to imagine by the time I leave the office, I have to drive, traffic, get home, set up my camera. I start getting annoyed. In fact, I think my boss, I think nowadays has even studied, like never keep Goga in a meeting on a Wednesday at beyond like 4 o'clock. It's not going to be productive. Yeah. So unless maybe I'm traveling out of town and I can find a way, but yeah, you can always tell Wednesday is kind of being, they kind of know nowadays. They kind of know nowadays, and I think I've told them that Wednesday is out. I have I have something that I have to deal with. What are some of the challenges that you face? Because for us to work a 9 to 5, then we know during the day it's almost impossible to be on the space because you are working, you're attending meetings, you're doing things, you have deadlines and things like that. In the evening, then maybe you are trying to catch up with the family, the kids need to be settled. So occasionally you may pop in and just do a few things before you go and sleep. So what are some of the challenges that you face, especially when it comes to balancing all these different roles? And how did you overcome these challenges?
Okay. I think when I was new on YouTube, I really overworked myself. I did long hours of first shooting, then editing, because if you're new at something, you probably take so long. And nowadays can say that there's a lot of improvement in the time I take to edit a video. But I remember the initial days, it would take me long hours. One of the things that, and for me, it's a challenge because sleep is so precious to me. And one of the things I had to forgo, was long hours of sleep. I could not have the luxury of sleeping 8 hours. I did half of that. Like I would set my alarm and it would say 4. And I'm like, wow. 4 hours, like 4. I can't do 4, so I snooze. And yes,
me too.
I snooze. And now it's a rush. So it was before I even came to a place of, is it working? Is it finding a balance? I used to have a hectic morning. Even before I sleep late or what, my mornings are not the best. I thrive best towards the end of the day. So I have no problem by the way with the night. And I think that is why I'm blessed, because I can work in the night and I can achieve things that I didn't do during the day. But I had to forgo that for the first initial months. And I can say that after some time, it affects your body and you begin to lose some immunity and they are getting sick. I could tell a flu I have here is not because there's really, really a flu. It's because I just need enough. You're not resting, yeah. Yes, I'm not rested. So I got fatigued at some point. And that stage really got me to a place where I realized that by then you can take a break. It's okay not to post. I used to do 2 videos per week so religiously, like I would never miss my schedules. The other thing that I can also say that is a challenge is when I've created a system at work, then it's disrupted. Like for example, changing a house manager. Oh goodness. I know it is already chaotic when you're not a YouTuber. Now imagine you are a YouTuber. I know. The time for training these guys, the time I would be shooting, it's the time I would be either sleeping in on Saturdays, it's the time I would be what. So for me, those things really destabilized me, and they were the initial points of me even losing some consistency that I really believed in at first, but realized it's it's not that, it's the ideal world, it's not the reality. The other thing I can say is sometimes you also feel the pressure to want to support everyone. And I don't know, there's just that when as a content creator, you feel like I can hold you. In fact, you hear someone is struggling with WH, you're like, what can I do for you? You feel like you can save the whole world because you know the pain of that journey.
Yes.
So I think some of those challenges, luckily I've not faced challenges with my gadget. My phone is still holding on, like the one that I started with. Oh yes, I also faced a challenge that there's a point I could not, or I didn't see the value. I could not keep up with my music. I subscribed to some music, epidemic music. I loved it, and
it was beautiful. I remember I used to use that one for your watch hours, and I loved listening to that music over lunchtime. It It was so nice.
Yes. I hope to get back, but at some point I was like, hey, especially when the dollar was really fluctuating, I'm like, ish. And I wasn't even monetized at that time. Those
Yeah.
are the things that you can say they limit you to the way you expected to move. But then it's still something that can be overcome with time. You learn, you
Mm.
go around it, and you are able to come around. And so nowadays, if I happen to change a house man, I'm not moved. I'm okay. I'm okay that I'll only
Because
train
you
where I
can.
can. I'll only do that. So there's and then I'm very intentional. If I feel tired, I am tired. uh it is not to say that when you get monetized you relax, but when you
Mm.
cross the other side of the dollar sign, you realize actually there was nothing much to chase for. If you're left,
I
you are
know, right?
arriving.
It's normally a very annoying reality, you know?
Unless
Yeah.
you are a viral content creator, and every day we wake up hoping that we will be viral. I mean, who doesn't want to go viral? So that's it. That's the thing that sobers us. Like, yeah, catching in at $0.16 per video that you edited throughout the night. And
I know. Uh,
that's
Rachel,
it.
may I stop? Rachel, why you looking at your currency? May I change it into like a currency that I want to? Me, I don't look at those 0 point something dollars. I change my YouTube currency into Indonesian currency. When I look at my YouTube, I am a millionaire because it has
I should look for one that
yeah,
gives
do that,
me.
do that. It will make you feel so happy. You'll be waking up and seeing a lot of zeros, and then you won't even realize that you have 0 point something. Me, that's why I survive. You have to manifest these things. I'm like, one day, this will be dollars. And
Yes.
speaking of dollars, thank you so much, Veronica. Veronica is coming through there with a blessing. Veronica, thank you so much for the blessing. Allow me to acknowledge these blessings, and also for Helen here. Before we forget, that can be a quick commercial break for us to have water. So Helen here and Veronica Duplessis, thank you so much. I met Veronica courtesy of I Am a Phone.
Thank you so much for that.
So I will do this for both of them. I will just drop for you your water. May your pots brim with abundance, Veronica and Helenia. Thank you so much for the blessing. And thank you for getting me. So anytime you see when Veronica gives me this blessing, this one in Indonesian currency is like it's about 1 million. So
you are millionaire right away.
Yeah, I'm a millionaire. Like Veronica has just made me a millionaire in Indonesian currency. So you just change it in Indonesian currency. You'll just be seeing millions there in the studio. Me, I love looking at my studio with millions. Then I'm like, yes, I am prospering. I got this.
JD in Indonesia was just chilling.
when you look at it in the Kenya shillings, or the dollar, the normal USD. Okay, Kenya shillings will also look nice, but the normal US dollars you will feel like crying. That's 0.0001. It's not easy. It's not easy. So thank you so much, Veronica. And that gives me like the next thing I wanted to ask based on that, which is you talked about time management and organization. You talked about the importance of blocking time and things like that. There's something you've also just said that is very crucial about how it is not sustainable. You get to a certain place on YouTube, you can't support everyone because you're at work, people are looking for WH. You can't attend all the premieres. You remember, and I remember because people like sending me messages. I have a premiere. I'm like, me, I don't attend premieres because I can't sustain it. Because what I can do, I'll try and attend the ones that I will be able to attend when I'm free and I can see the notification there. But it's not sustainable attending premieres and you're at work and things, life is happening. Or live streams, I figured out a way. I realized, wait, I can't be active on the live streams, but I can support inactively. So I'll come, say hi to the host, do those things. I can linger in the background, I can linger in the background. I can still support them there because sometimes chatting also, like, you spend so much time and you need to attend to work and things like that.
Yeah.
And those are like decisions that you have to be very intentional about, because otherwise you'll be spending so much time and you have other things that are competing with you which now takes me to the next question. Are there tools, are there tools that you use, to manage your time and organize yourself as a creator? Are there, what are the things, how do you prioritize those tasks? This is the day I'm going to shoot a video. I like what you said about workflow in the kitchen, but I'm also now looking at workflow in the sense of your content creation. Do you have days where you say, hey, today I have to cook food that is going to be on YouTube, and then tomorrow I'll not make that content is not going to be on YouTube, so I'm not going to shoot that video. So how do you prioritize these things, and as a content creator, so that at least there's a bit of order and organization in how you approach content creation?
Okay, that's a very nice question. Practical.
Yeah.
Let me use my headsets.
Hey, do we get? Oh, okay. I thought you said we go get our notebooks, teacher. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Just say something. Just say something.
Oh.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Just say that again. Yeah, we can hear you. You're perfect. You're perfect.
Now?
You're perfect.
All right.
You're good.
So I just wanted to say that it is good. It is good to be organized. And one thing about content, even I think it is for every content creator, is that it's not like you have a linear plan on your content creation. Sometimes you have random ideas. Sometimes you have just like far ideas you feel you need to either get more information about, look at how you need to present it and all that. So you also need to give correct information. If it is food I'm doing, I'll not come and tell you that bananas. I want to tell you more about probably why you need to eat matoke, which is the green bananas. Matoke is a name for green bananas in East Africa. That's the name we give them. And I'll not tell you that they are rich in vitamin A because I'm doing guesswork. I will tell you they are rich in potassium because I took time to check what bananas are rich in and why you need them in your body. So that said, you need time for preparation. It's not just like spontaneous. There are recipes that are so spontaneous because they are day to day. They are what you do on a day to day life, and you've practiced them over and over. But then there's something you also want to offer value more than just what you do. What else? What is a twist? What if someone is allergic to one ingredient? What can they substitute with? You have to do, in short, I'm saying you have to do some research. You have to do some work on the background. So how I contextualize my ideas is I use Notion. I don't know whether all of you are aware of the tool called Notion. Notion is available on Google. Like you search for Notion, it's an app or a web. For me, I use it as an app. Yeah, it has the app version. Yes, Notion. It's called just Notion. Whereby it looks like this. Let me show you. Oh, I don't know whether you can see this.
Let me just see. Okay, just move it closer to the camera, like the lens. Oh, it's gone off.
Yeah. Let me brighten it first. What is the best way to show it? But it's called Notion. Just right there, it has something like this. So it's like I use it for my content creation. So you can always, for those who do, I should post it on this side. What's up?
Yeah. Don't worry, it's fine.
Getting started. So if I wanted to do something like a recipe, I want to know what ingredients I want, what there's a way to do all this. For example, what when you go to Notion, just search Notion on Google. It will give you the web application and the app application. So you can download it on your phone and then you use it there to plan your content. Has
Nice.
Goga dropped? Oh,
No, I'm here. I'm in the background. I'm looking actually at Notion. I was putting you on.
have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it. I was putting you on the solo layout so that we can see what you are.
I was wondering where you are.
This is the website version, right?
Yeah, it has website and it has, yes, that's it.
Yeah, I was trying to do look for it as well in the background, because I think it's the first time I've heard about it. Okay, how user friendly is it? Do I have to pay? Is it free?
It is free. You just log in. Yeah, connect it to the email you'd want. I know some of us, we have many emails, but just pick an email you want to connect it with, and then a Gmail. And then from there you go on to create. There's just a place. If you have a laptop, it is the best, but even if you have a phone, whatever you save on the laptop, you can get it on your phone. It's synced. So it's very easy. Yeah.
I've seen some get Notion free.
Yes.
All right.
So if you just get an idea, like maybe I want to like the content you create, I want to do an update on something, check on it, check what other videos I've done, put links. Even sometimes you can then copy a link to a video and put it there, so that now because there's this thing about YouTube, if today I wanted to search about something, I can easily get distracted to another thing, because it will take me all over and I'll start seeing news that are not related to what I want to watch, or I can easily just get distracted. So you can plan in advance that this is what I want to read about. You just paste it there. You can just get a form where you say, my ideas, just leave it as my ideas, leave them there. So it has a place for writing your notes for your content. It is also a schedule. Like you can schedule stuff, you can schedule your calendars, you can schedule your appointments, and it will always give you prompts. For me, that is the thing that I would use most. But of course, what is on our phones, the Google Calendar is a very unique tool. A very unique tool you can always use. And your alarm, and under the alarm we have the timers. Time yourself to do stuff. Do stuff. Yes,
that's actually a good tip. Because otherwise you'll end up wasting so much time. I love that. Yeah, thank you for the plug. I think everybody is excited about this Notion thing. So you guys, even you guys didn't know. So I'm not the only one. Even you guys didn't know. So good. I'm glad that she's taught us something here. So yes, I'm going to log in and just attempt to use it as well. I think that's a very good tip. So guys, you can search for Notion. It is free. I've actually set up mine while I think we were talking, and I'm seeing it's a very beautiful tool that we can use. The other thing you talked about in terms of your responsibilities, are there days that you just feel overwhelmed? And and I like what you said, that sometimes you just don't want to do anything. You want to listen, watch your Netflix and chill. You want to listen to your gospel music. How do you handle those moments where you're just done? You're just done. And it's some people do it differently. Some people maybe some people, they come to YouTube because they are bored, and that's for them. That for them becomes a thing. But for us as content creators, YouTube cannot be a place where you look for leisure. YouTube actually it becomes a job. You almost look at it as a second job. Like for me, I think it has gotten to a point for me, I look at YouTube as sometimes even as a job. Sometimes it's a job I enjoy doing. I probably enjoy doing YouTube. I probably enjoy YouTube more than my day job because it's fun. It's more interesting. It's more laid back. But are there those moments that you just feel like overwhelmed with the responsibilities? Sometimes I like saying heavy is the crown I wear. But how do I how do I get a moment to just breathe? All
right, that's a very lovely question. It's true. It's not all days that are bright and beautiful. That some days are dull. There could be things that are unprocessed. There could be things that are fearful. There could be responsibilities that you see ahead and you just feel like I don't have the energy to handle it. So I think for me during those times, I pray a lot. I pray a lot because I tell God to just give me the strength, because most of the time I think maybe even those days come so that we can pray, because sometimes when you are happy and everything is set, you just feel like you are almighty and you have the world to yourself running.
That's true.
So when those days come for me, I always remember where to go to, and I make it a point to pray most of the time, but even now most when I'm at that particular point. The other thing is, I normally, beyond just spending time alone, like doing Netflix or what, I love having beautiful conversation, quality conversations. It could be over a cup of coffee. It could be over a date. It could be, I mean, I know that when, by the time I get back home, I'll be good, because I took myself out of my normal environment, explored a new restaurant somewhere. And for me, that's part of how I get in my inspiration, even for recipes. I don't just enjoy what I cook and say everyone else cannot do. I know there are a lot of many trained chefs outside there, and I love to eat their food. So that for me that for me is there are times that I know that I'll be able to just step out and come back home good. The other time is just pick one of my little guys here, take a walk, and come back feeling very refreshed and feeling you sweat, probably sweat out the stress, and I know I can be able to go out. I'm not very active on like the daily exercise, the daily workout, but it's in my plan. Very soon, it's my plan. I'll be doing yoga.
You're most welcome.
I'll like be doing something,
because David that is on the chat and is David I have seen an okra recipe. I have seen okra recipe on Rachel Faraja's channel. So David is about to ask me, Rachel Faraja, what is your opinion about okra? She's a she's a food content creator. She cooks okra. She has cooked okra on the channel. I have seen it. I have seen okra there. So
yes, I saw David writing something about whether, when he came in, he asked whether we had talked about okra when he was away. You must have missed that.
No, I saw it. I said, but because we had just started, I knew I didn't want him to distract you. But I know it. David Ant was like very excited about okra when he walked in. So maybe you can answer that question about okra.
So okra is, for me, I mean, it depends on the state we take it. Non-slimy and slimy, leave it alone. I mean, let's just eat what can go down. That is my stand.
How do you make? How do you make your okra? There are people say they love it. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I'm not a food channel, so I wouldn't know even how to describe.
Yes, there's an okra recipe in my channel, Goga. So that one is one of the ways. Yes.
Go watch the video. Yeah. Ideally, David, Rachel, of course, takes okra, but she makes okra. She has a recipe for the okra. I think that's a very.
But okra is good. It's healthy. It's good. It's healthy. Everyone should eat okra. David, I've been seeing you on all this. So I don't know where we stand.
Anti-okra campaigns, occupy. That's funny. What has been your most rewarding moment as a content creator? Like you look back, you started 1 year, it is 1.5 years, you got monetized. I do know the journey to monetization was not exactly easy because it also had its fair challenge, a minor drawback, but you finally got it. So what has been your most rewarding moment as a content creator?
Okay. I think for me, my most rewarding moment, I'll take it in two fronts. Like the first one is why I came on board. So that fulfillment of that passion and that desire is my greatest reward, I would say, beyond any monetary reward that will come thereafter, and even achieving these milestones. For me, just that aspect of I've been able to sit down, just take out something that is to me very simple to do, or even probably not simple, maybe to practice, whichever way, but a recipe has been presented and somebody comes on board, I mean, in the comment section, and tells me, thank you so much, Faraja, for teaching me this. I didn't know. One of my subscribers, when I did a recipe for cooking sausages, came back, personally looked for me in my Instagram and gave me a personal thank you note. Like, I've always made burnt or uncooked sausages. Like, but your recipe today just like told me what I've been doing wrong. Thank you for taking the trouble to explain. And for me, I mean, those moments melt my heart. I'm like, I know I was probably busy, bogged down, looking at those views. I'm like, do I really want to do the video now? And in as much as I would feel discouraged at one moment or another, my victory comes right after those comments. Like, thank you for teaching me this. I didn't know this hack. Thank you for doing this. So it's not like I wouldn't do it even though you didn't thank me, but I love it when you take your time as a viewer to just let me know what that recipe did to you. It aligns to my why. It aligns to why am I spending all the time. I mean, after all, I'm not a trained chef, by the way. I am just a passionate foodie, and I think that is what I can call rewarding. On the side of the monetary, sincerely speaking, I would love to see YouTube become an additional stream of income, and I'll do what is possible on my side, but allow the thing to grow to a place where it can be able to just get there without a lot of struggle. And I know with a lot of just thoughts and consistency here and there, we are not far. We are good. I've met my initial thresholds. I've at least seen that reward of my first withdrawal there. And though I feel like it took a lot of days to get there, I'm content, I'm happy, because that is not the major driver to me getting there. The major driver is just that fulfillment and me achieving my purpose for being there. So that's what I'll say for now. I think Goga dropped, but we can take some. Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, sorry, I think I dropped off there for a bit. Yeah, welcome back. I was saying that JD is saying, yeah, I love that. Those moments, yes, they are something. I'm telling you, let me tell you, it's so for me, it's so important to me, such that when I came back after my break and my videos were not doing so well, like, because definitely a break affects how your videos will pick up. And my video, I remember the first video I did, I was not used to those kind of views by then. So it's like after 2 days, you're still at 50 views, and I'm like, is it that no one saw this video? It's like you're trying to understand, but then you're like, it's okay. Because inside that 50 views, there's one genuine comment, and you can tell it's not a comment to hype you up. They're just comments that hype you up, but then there's someone who takes time, and they may not even do it immediately. They will go try, then come back.
and just say that, or even promise that I think I have the confidence to do this. For me, I live for those moments. I would say I live for those moments.
I love that. Lady Posh is asking us, how comes both of you, your microphones look together? Now, what English is that? hey,
Lady Posh.
Yeah, we are very professional. Can't you see? We are very professional.
I tell you.
Yeah, we are content creators. We are content
creators. Goga, you should be giving the link where to get them. Now see what you're missing.
I know. Hey, that is like affiliate, but this one is that Posh is rich. This one is rich. I said, you know, she has the latest device. This one, forget about her. She's just trying to pull our leg.
She has what? iPhone what?
I don't know, iPhone 20, DJI Pocket. I don't know, something. She has all those things. When you see her, when you go to her videos, it doesn't look like she's even like. She doesn't look real. It's so clear. She doesn't even look real. That one, when she's shooting content, they follow her. Like the camera follows her or something. When she's chopping potatoes, the camera follows her and everything. So
okay, Lady Posh. We are sorry.
We are sorry, Posh. But so that's why I don't listen to her, because she's always like, asking for me and 20 CS. Okay. Forget about it. Yeah, the Posh, leave us alone. We are not in Kenya. I don't know what you're talking about. We are on YouTube. We are international. You talked about some of the best comments that you normally get from your content and how they make you, those moments, like as JD says, those moments. Negativity and criticism. How do you deal with this? Because this is also like right in our alley as content creators. How do you handle this? And some people it's likely, some people it affects them very badly. But for some of us, you learn through the ropes and you realize it's never about you. And you are in a very open space. Not everybody is going to like what you're putting out there. So how do you navigate this kind of criticism or negativity on the platform?
Okay. It's there. Sometimes if for the first time, if you're not used to it, it takes you aback. But then you're like, it is not even possible for everyone to like you. First, they may not like you. The way you look, the way you talk, just something about you, even before your content, may just put them off. You can't control that. Secondly, there are people who just have their right to their opinions. They have opinions on that. I would say by God's grace, I've not faced a lot of backlash and negativity in my presentation of the food content. However, sometimes you go to it's called what? There's this I need to know if Goga is still there. There's this
I'm here, just go on.
Yeah, there's this app we use that shows you the dislikes you get. It's called what? I think YouTube Buddy or something. YouTube Buddy. You go there and you're able to see that not everyone liked your maybe your short. I think shorts suffer that most. Videos not so much, but there are videos that are not liked 100%. You have like 98 or 99, and you can't tell what somebody didn't like. Some didn't say, so you are left guessing what did they not like. So that is it. The other thing is some even write. I think for me the most I've gotten is either tie your hair or something like that. Like don't cook with your open hair. And to that, it may look negative, but to that person, it means a lot to them.
It means a lot, yeah.
It means like if you leave your hair like this, we'll eat hair. And to me, I'm like, I come back very, like I've told you, I don't delete. And I don't delete because I've not gotten any comment that I see worth deleting. In terms of the language of how it's either worded, I would delete a comment that is offensive in its wording, vulgar or something. But if it is just negative in terms of expressing or criticizing, I leave it there, because for me, even that is part of content. It's part of explaining to somebody
It is.
why I do it differently, or why there are other things that can be done differently. I remember when I got that comment for tie your hair in the kitchen. So it's not, sometimes it's like, all your subscribers until you start growing a bit, so you don't know who was your
Yes.
subscriber, or you don't know who wrote
Yeah.
what. So that person, just left that comment, is like, nice recipe, but tie your hair. Then another one, I think either it was something about the nails, like, don't polish them. For I can't go to work with unpolished nails. Like, I do my best, and I'm doing that to show that I keep my nails short because I'm a food content
Yeah.
creator. But they can't be just plain. I need to be typing, looking very professional, and so that is, I have to balance. Now that is another
Yeah.
balance. So when I get that, for me, I just understand that it's their limitation. So I was telling you about that one for hair. I was like,
Yeah.
they don't know, this hair is tied. My hair doesn't fall off. So I'm like, thank you very much. But my hair is sister locks. It doesn't fall off. Then later on, I was like, why was I explaining to them? Why was I telling them? They just told me what to do. I should have thanked them for their opinion and moved on. But that was before that. But I didn't go back. I left it there so that I'll be reviewing my immaturity one day when I get past
Absolutely,
these
because
things.
because you grow through some of these comments, and
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's important to get that positive criticism, because it's also going to like shape how you. I always say we make videos for the audience. We don't make videos
Yes.
for ourselves. So if they notice certain things, they may make recommendations based on that, and that makes you a better content creator to keep improving. I have two more aspects of this conversation before I know, because I know I've kept you here longer. The thing is, I want to just advice for other people, especially those of us who are really struggling to get monetized. You channel is 1.5 years, and you also just you got monetized. You've gotten your first payout. I like how you said that you've gotten a payout through YouTube. Most people struggle to get that payout. Some people, it takes months. Let me not say years. It takes months to get that particular payout. I do know one of my channel members who took 2 years for them to get a payout. Can you imagine? So what is that advice you'll give? Not just to the women, because because I know sometimes it's easy to speak to women, especially on the particular space. But it can also be the men, let's say, who are also trying to balance similar roles like you have in their lives and content creation. If there is that one piece of advice you could give anybody who is watching you right now, out of the 21 people who are looking at us right now, what is that one advice based on your collective experience that you'd want to just tell them? Like, do this. This has worked for me.
Okay, very important, because it's a real issue when you're in that space. And also, like, I'll talk of two things. The first thing that really helped me is creating community. Creating community would be the equivalent of networking,
Yes.
both on YouTube and off YouTube. And this means that when you come to the YouTube space, there's a way YouTube brings you a community of people who you have similar interests, you are moving together in a journey. And if you're deliberate, you will be able to go out and look for those people, have a conversation with them, and tell them, I can see you're in this journey. You're also looking for WH. I'm also looking for WH. Because you cannot play your own videos forever. Why don't we exchange and play for each other? Your playlists. That is also now another strategy. You can't have your videos all over and expect WH. If you're focusing on WH, even forget about dividing your content into, if you go to my channel right now, I've put maybe juices together, baking together.
Yes.
When you're looking for WH, forget about that. Put your videos together. You may just do a distinction maybe between live streams and the other videos, but put your videos together so that when someone is playing your playlist, and you will get to, by then you'll get 2 or 3, up to even 10 people, to be depending on how and the timeliness of your approach. You will get to these people, they will play for you, even if they played for you once, or they play to you for you those videos, and there are 10 of them. You didn't have those hours when you are alone, and they did it not just to watch the video, they did it to push your WH. So networking, and then also being strategic about, being organized about it. And then that is on YouTube. Get a community off YouTube. You have a few dependable friends. I know we always say that when you come on YouTube, you are surprised that our own friends do not support us the way they do. Some, even their own families don't support them. But then you cannot miss about 5, even some 10, if you really look for them. Sit down with them and explain to them how YouTube works. I did that. I think I did that. Sat down with my friends from church, sat down with my friends at work, and I'm like, but then when you go home, so you have a laptop. So I'll start, do you have a laptop at home? Do you have Wi-Fi at home? So now this is my YouTube channel. Don't even use this link. Just go search for Rachel Faraja. Then you go to this page. I took time to show people what to do. Even my own mother, like I showed her, this is how you do. You let it play, don't stop it.
Yes. Watch until the end.
So as they are doing that for you, now for you, create content. Don't let people run out of what to watch. Create content. Number 2, and then number 3, join live streams. I think if I didn't join live streams, I would not have been where I am now. I didn't even know they existed. But someday somebody shared in their community tab, and they shared about a live stream that was happening. So I went out and I'm like, what is this people are being called to? Then when I went, I found, there's actually a live chat where people are chatting together. It's people, I know this person, I know this person. Oh, this is where they come. Then in a little while, I joined a growth live stream. It's called what? The ones that they push videos.
The growth streams, yes.
Yes, growth stream. They push videos for one another. And as you're doing that, all these things count. All these things count. And above all, keep focused, because you have a deadline. You have a deadline of 1 year. And it is very painful to go beyond the 1 year and you start seeing your hours going down. So because of that timeline, sometimes when we are timed, we also get very organized. I see people who do their lives, even these silent lives. They help. Just keep something running. It will count. So don't sit down and if you're not particularly having viral videos, it may be very difficult to earn your WH at that point. So I think for me, those are the strategies that worked for me. And I feel that when they are employed well, they actually do pay off.
I love that. And Belinda Melvin, who is thanking Lady Posh for telling her about playlists, she says networking is the real deal. Your net worth is equal to your network is equal to your net worth. And that's amazing. That's a very amazing way of capturing that. What was the feeling like when you got your first YouTube salary? Like money that is not coming from your payslip. That is just money that came from your online activities. You did, and tell me your husband's reaction. Finally, when finally there's money outside, from the activities that your husband probably has to wait for, like the food to be ready. There's a day I was interviewing somebody here. I was interviewing somebody on their channel, and their husband came. She was being live streamed, and then the husband passed. And then I think because she was alone on the live stream and I wanted to keep her busy on the live stream, I said, let me ask this lady a few questions so that she doesn't end her live stream. So the husband joined her, and then I just started asking questions. And, she does cooking videos as well and everything. And then the husband came, and then I said, let me speak to your husband. And so I was asking the husband questions, and the husband said, the only problem with my wife here is like sometimes the amount we have to wait for food. I don't know, because she's still making thumbnails with the food. Like, so it's like the food is ready, but I have to wait for her because she said she's not gotten the perfect shot. So that is the one thing that the husband was complaining about. So so eventually when she got monetized, and then the husband saw I was like, oh wow, YouTube actually sent you like some salary. That's when I think the husband realized that, so this thing is actually serious. So, what was that feeling like for you? And him, if he was aware about it, because I'm sure you discussed.
Yes. I think the first step was actually the monetization. When I sent him that issue of I am now a YPP partner. And I think he was like, wow, I mean, finally, like we've made it. Like, it was very good just to get that reaction from him. And even as sometimes I tell him about how we work. Like sometimes I have members, I have my channel members, Helenia, I have Imelda, JD, I have I think Joyce, I have a few channel members. So I would tell him how channel membership works and all that. So I've really benefited also from channel membership, beyond the ads and all that, and super chats here and there. So when he sees how it works, when he sees me, probably I'm saying I've super chatted this person, I've done this.
Yeah.
And by the time now it's coming to my turn, he well understands that we're in business. Like it's, this is how it works, and there'll be a return one day. So the thing is, when actually I got that money, I didn't, because sometimes you look forward to something so much until you get it and you don't know what to do with it. So for me, I like said, let me keep this money aside, wait for my second payout, let it look something substantial we can talk about. Then after that, we will use the money. So we've not sat down to eat on it, but it is well kept. And that time I'll be like, by the way, we are eating YT money.
We are eating YT money. I know. No, but it's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling getting to that threshold, and you're like, because that threshold is also not easy. And and I like that idea of memberships, and it's a very good way to encourage. Guys, by the way, Rachel Faraji is one of my members. She's one of my long-time members, and members can actually sustain your channel. For me, I think all my members can. I don't even need to struggle with threshold. My members can actually give me my threshold, even if I just decided to sit and not put content in a month. I can still hit the threshold courtesy of the members. If they don't drop. So that's the power of memberships. Like you have to think of the incentives that you can offer in case when people join the memberships, and how you can support them in the spirit of networking. So I like how you underscored the importance of that. Let me see whether there's any question on the chat. Very good comments. People are enjoying this conversation and the service, and it's nice. I'm glad to hear that. The other thing I was going to ask you now based on this, and thank you so much for that advice on the importance of networking. Mental health is a very big thing now, and you talked about the importance of taking a break. They always say sometimes if you don't take a break, there's a saying that if you don't rest, the body will pick for you a day to rest, even if and it may not be convenient. And for me, it was this week because I was here on Wednesday and I thought I could pull my Wednesday live stream. I was sick, like I was in a very bad flu. My coughs were just, my allergies were out of, they were all, on top of, way above the charts. Thursday, Friday, my voice was gone. I didn't have a voice at all. I couldn't even actually dare speak. My sneezing and everything. And I said, why am I suffering? Just rest. Not talking. People are saying, no, Papa, live. I'm like, no, I can't come on live because I don't have a voice to scream. And I rested. Like, I've had the most amazing week. Like, it was a very restful week and everything. The best thing I was doing, I was running people's some people's playlists. The ones who at least I know they're looking for their WH. I was like, okay, I may not have the energy to be in a live environments, but I will support playlists from behind the scenes, and I will be leaving nice comments on those playlists. And it was very restful. It was a very restful week generally. And today the body was like, okay, today you can proceed and carry on with the conversation. And it was very rewarding. And sometimes it's important to learn the power of taking a break. And taking a break sometimes is not just because it's fancy, but sometimes it's important for you to stay sane in these platforms, because you spend so much time editing, you spend so much time just thinking about the content, curating the content. Energies, like interacting with people in these platforms is energy. You are spending so much energy, and sometimes you get so drained. Sometimes I think it's even spiritual. On a certain level, it gets very spiritual on a certain level. So how do you what's the significance of your mental health, especially for you as a content creator? I like how you brought up the aspect of your spirituality based on your church, your commitment to church activities and things like that. How else do you prioritize your mental health? And tell us more about this, so that those of us who just think we should be here 24/7 and then we end up now resenting the platform because it's taking so much of our energy. You're getting involved in some very petty craziness with the people you don't even know, and then you grow to resent YouTube. The other day some content creator I really watch was stopping. She said she's stopping her live streams because she's fallen out with a lot of people that they're reporting her channel, and so she said she has no business being on YouTube anymore. And I was like, I was shocked. I was like, wait, but this is your content. This is how we know you. Like, why are people running you off the platform? And these kind of things are very important. So talk to us about mental health and the significance of taking a break, and how do you unwind for yourself? Like, how do you prioritize your mental health?
Okay. It's very good that as content creators, we take care of ourselves. The same way we take care of our, we take care of ensuring that we have content, we have we have to ensure that the source remains intact. The source is actually your heart. It's not even your brain or the skills that you have. It's your heart. And when your heart is at peace, when your heart is settled, you will be able to process emotions, you'll be able to process frustrations, you'll be able to process even joy. Even sometimes there are people who get so overjoyed, they trash everyone else who has not made it.
That's true.
Is struggling. Like, even joy is an emotion we have to manage. But that comes from a place of a heart that is content. We have to really ask ourselves, how much is enough? How much is enough for yourself? How much is enough for what is that thing that you're really chasing for that cannot have a stop? So everything has to have its measure of for lack of better words, I would say just like the fulfillment it gives, the joy it gives. We cannot love something so much that other things are not we don't see the value. We don't see the value in them. And therefore that means if you love YT so much you can't rest. Some of us, even I notice that it's not even mental, it goes to physical. We sit down too much chatting, we sit down too much either editing or in people's live streams or just online. You can even find yourself 3 hours on TikTok, like just watching things for you, and they are just it never gets tired of giving you things for you. So some of these things we have to notice that they are feeding our emotions, they are feeding our thoughts, they are feeding even our desires. because some of those things you look and you want. Someone may just look at this live stream, they're like, I want to have a live stream like Goga. I will never sleep until I like that. I have a live stream like Goga's. I talk like the way Goga's talks. I ask those questions like he asks. Like, you can drive yourselves crazy over nothing. So the first thing is be you. Be you. Don't copy someone else's style. There's a style you can copy. Even you bring accents there that even to you are foreign to you. You talk and you're like, hey, what did I say? Then you rewind to listen to yourself. You can only do it for 2 or 3 times. Then you start telling us, the way it should be pronounced or the way you have known it all along. So be yourself. Be comfortable. Work on the things that don't make you happy. If you feel like they all say in my kitchen, if I feel I need to improve that, if I feel like I want a better camera quality, work on the things that you can, but the ones that are out of your control, work on them slowly by slowly, and then learn to disconnect so that you can reconnect. So that you can reconnect. And this means that you have to this YouTube app has a thing called your breaks. It has something called breaks. So every time it tells me that, I think I set my YouTube time to 2 hours. Every time I watch for 2 hours, it tells me time to take a break. And when I take that break, I'm so appreciative. Sometimes I'm in the middle or some hot receipts, and I'm just like, dismiss. I dismiss my break, and I push to an hour, and I sleep late. So if I listened to my timer, I would not have gotten into a rush morning. And it's like those small things, just those small disciplines. Receipts are sweet, but then you wonder, really, you would have lived your life without that receipt. The other thing is do things that are not related to YouTube. The way you said, for us, YouTube cannot be our luxury. Maybe you watch a movie. Nowadays they have very nice movies by the way on YouTube. So and they are free and less ads. I have discovered that Netflix was not working or had not paid. So they are very nice movies. So you can watch that to refresh yourself. If you love music, listen to good music. Use Spotify if you want to listen to good music. It's uninterrupted. It doesn't have many ads, and then you can concentrate and do other things. The other thing that I would also be very careful to use is using too much of earpods on our ears. Like you find, because we want to be connected all the time, we put in those earpods. And I always talk to us or my colleagues, and I ask them, don't you think you've had that thing for too long? Because for me, even when I have it in the morning and I'm trying to catch up with some live stream there or some videos I didn't watch, my ears, they start paining or feeling like I can't do that for long. So also that may not affect you now, but will affect you later. So you will not, you'll either hear like I'm shouting in this live stream, or you'll hear like I'm not loud enough. One of the two effects will catch up with you. The other thing is nurture relationships. Nurture relationships such that when you're off screen, you don't feel like you don't feel the need to come online. If I'm off screen, I know where to go. I can go home because I have a good relationship with my husband. I can go home because I have a good relationship with my children. I can go meet my friend because we are still in talking terms, and she doesn't feel abandoned because I joined YT. I can those relationships outside this will be able to help you during those times of your feeling empty, feeling low. And then lastly, don't forget to ask the Almighty God for strength, because all these things we do, like we say, they suck. YouTube is a system of sucking life out of us. And even
absolutely.
So we
it's
have
true.
to. Yes.
It's true.
It is true. I mean, the hours we sat here, we are giving something, we are giving time, we are giving what? In as much as we are learning, it's a very powerful learning tool, which when we
Yeah.
use well, we will all be able to advance. But as content creators, we are the ones giving that value. So you can't give from an empty vessel. You have to give from what is flowing deeply into a place where you're content. You'll find yourself laughing at places you made a mistake while editing. If you're not happy, you'll find yourself so angry, like, what do I have to do? You
Yeah.
know, and then also it will affect the music you'll put. You just put like things that people are wondering, what is going on? I
Yeah.
mean, your emotions are jumbled, they are all over. So I mean, I think that's just the thing about it. You can okay, not like I am a psychologist or what, but you can tell when someone is just peaceful and happy. You can tell when someone is doing content for the sake of. You can tell,
You can.
yeah,
You can.
yes,
You actually
yes, you
can.
can
You
tell.
actually
So
can.
you want to be able to give that viewer or viewers, that one viewer, just a very good space to journey with you, because you took so much time to work on it. Then allow. So that means if you find yourself not in that space for so long, you can actually just stop doing videos. Assess why you came to YouTube. Assess why you're doing it. Get a why and come back. And I think that why is a passion that allows us to burn the midnight oil. Like
That is
those days
it.
you stay there, even you don't understand. You don't know where that strength comes from, but it's passion. Passion is so powerful. It allows us to be able to stretch. But then it cannot passion cannot overpower nature, and nature allows us to sleep and refresh and grow and heal and be able to just have a sweet spirit, like just be a happy person. Be easy,
Yeah.
and it will help you a lot. Yeah,
I, I,
that's what I
I
can say
totally
about mental
I
health.
totally agree, and I love how people are totally resonating with that one. Joe Delany here says, and Joe Delany, congratulations on your 500 subscribers. She says, correct. I have to stay overflowing with living waters, 100%. And Helen here says, yes, take breaks to refill your cup. I like what you said about you can always tell when somebody is, yeah, you can actually tell. You can actually tell. I remember last year I was going through some very difficult time because I was changing jobs and everything. And I remember somebody came on my live stream, one of my friends, Sheena. You all know Sheena.
Mhm.
So Sheena comes to my live
Yeah.
stream and just writes me a message. Goga, what is wrong with you? I'm like, why? There's something distracting you. You're on the live stream, yes, you are talking, but there's something wrong. There's something bothering you. And
Yeah.
somebody else also, like, somebody else just wrote me a message, and that was Michelle from South Africa. He's like, Goga, what is the problem? And I was like, what's wrong with these people? He's like, relax, you finish your live stream and then let's talk. And it was amazing. It was amazing. And then like, okay, what is the problem? What is the problem? Because you are there, yes, you can see you, but we can see you're not there. You're not really there. Your head is, it's like you're ticking a box. It's like you're ticking a box. And so it's totally true. With the time, you can actually be very discerning. When somebody's really making the content. One thing I love about your taste is music. Like, if there's something about you and music, and I think where does this come from? Because it was your, those days you were looking for your WH. It was your live streams because of the epidemic subscription. The videos
Yeah.
when you have to, like, when you're not speaking or explaining the menu or the recipe, there's some nice music that is layering on the video. So talk to us about this. Like, what sparked your interest in the choice of music? And I like how your music sometimes is very relevant, probably to the content of the day. I don't know, how do you go about your selection of music? Just to pick your brain on this.
Okay, I've talked about music even today. That is one of the ways that I connect to myself. I connect to God. I connect to. There's a message. Music is very powerful because the delivery, the what, and I am a part-time music. Okay, let me not say musician. Surely, like, no, I can't say that.
Will you
But I sing in
at that point?
church.
Why did you not tell us this information? Because you would have started with that song.
I sing in church. So, and I think for me, it's not something that has grown now. I've always grown loving music. And one thing I came to understand is that even for us who are content creators, we are content creators because we are artistic. We are not just here because even what you do, Goga, it's because you are artistic. Like how you came up with this is the way I want my StreamYard to look like. I want purple, I want this, I want this. That is art. And art has many forms. Art has music, it has what we see nowadays of the content creation, it has the pictures, it has the photography. All that is art. So once it is very easy to find most of us like spilling over into the other aspects of art. So
Yeah.
it is not therefore very difficult for me playing from that space to spot good music and to spot it. And the thing with AI is like when they know this is what you love, they suggest more
Yes.
of
And you
what
get
you
more
like.
of that.
So
Yeah.
yes, you are able to then be able to have an endless loop of choice of this is the music I want, this is the music I want. And I think for me that is my greatest desire, to even get Epidemic back, because it
Yeah.
motivated me actually when I was editing the videos. I'm like, this one will fit so well. Like there's one I used to like, I did this for you, like burning the midnight oil just for you to watch this video. It used to encourage me so much. So I think I would say that it flows in the artistic nature of a content creator, unless it is you really forced yourself to come being a content creator. But then it can be learned. Any art can be learned. Any art can be
Absolutely.
acquired. It doesn't have to be inborn. All you need is interest. Yeah.
Absolutely. Unlock the Village was asking you a question, Rachel,
Mhm.
based on what you said. Unlock, I hope you're there on the chat to get your answer. Thank you, Rachel. This is a good and informative conversation. Please, I have a question. It means when you don't get monetized in 365 days, your WH will be decreasing. I think is what you were saying earlier. Maybe you can explain to her from your perspective.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Unlock the Village. Yeah, that's true. That's how YT works. It actually tells you that you have to have 4,000 hours. That is a full monetization I'm talking about. 4,000 hours in a period of 365 days. That means it's a sequence. If I started in January, for me, we started in January 2023, it means by January 2024, I ought to be monetized for my hours not to drop. But if I got to February 2024, it means then the hours of January 2023 do not count. So we start the count from February 2023 to 2024. So it means that at some point you will be losing those hours towards the count of the 4,000 required hours. So yes, that is what it means.
Absolutely. I hope you've answered that. You've gotten that. Yes. So that's why you have to you really have to push like crazy, but you're not going to lose them at the same time, because I think sometimes people normally think that you're going to lose the ones for 2023, all of them at the same time. No, you will be losing them progressively. Like you see, if you don't get monetized, like let's say I open a YouTube channel today, it is July 14th. I need to make sure that I have those hours by July 14th, 2025. So what will happen on August 2025, in case I don't have the full photo, or in case let's say I'm at 3,999, I will lose the ones that I got in July this year. So you'll find that by the time YouTube takes them away, it will be like 3,700 or something like that. So that's how you lose them. That's how you lose them, and that's why you have to push. You push hard. Thank you for that. Posh says, empathetic people can't fake emotions. The only reason I disappear from YT streets is if I'm not okay mentally. That's 100% true. 100% true. Final questions for the beautiful co-host is, what are your future plans for Rachel Faraja? I like how your channel is your name, which I think is a brand move, because and I like how you said the names for the ID we will we have to send you a mess. Yeah. So what are the goals for Rachel Faraja as a content creator, in terms of especially your content creation? Are there any projects that we should be looking forward to? Thank you for this collaboration, by the way. I think this is your first major collaboration of YouTube
Yes.
platform.
The first. Yeah.
The first, actually, yeah, the first collaboration you've had, and thank you so much for for honoring me with it. I don't take it for granted. This is my first collaboration also with a cooking, with a food content creator. But next time we'll talk about food for sure. We'll be cooking and I'll be asking the questions, and maybe I'll make sure I can taste the food.
Yes.
So yeah. So what do we see as a future for Rachel Faraja in terms of the plans, goals? Do we expect you to be hanging out with chefs? That can be something that I'm sure you may be thinking about or something. Tell us.
Yes. Great questions. Even for me, I'm like, what is the future? What is the future? But but I like it because, sometimes accountability. When I say it here, I will be like, why is that thing that you said? But basically, for now, I think I'm looking at just maintaining something for some period of time. As I told you, I'm in a season of work with some travels here and there. I'm in a season where I'm also nurturing a lot of talent at work, so it takes a bit of my time, and for me that is the focus. However, I would still dedicate a lot of time extra to come here and be able to maintain the channel in terms of the recipes, and but I'm looking at expanding beyond my cocoon, just my kitchen.
Nice.
Yeah, moving towards even brand dealerships. I'm praying and asking God to move me beyond my smallness, and be able to even if a brand doesn't reach me out, I make a step and reach out. I'm also looking at eventually my channel hosting either a website or a cookbook, because I know the importance of having a cookbook in your kitchen. Yeah.
Nice.
So those are the grand plans I have.
A Rachel Faraja cookbook. That's something that's some very good merchandise there, right there as well. So that's amazing. Guys, if you have any question for Rachel, feel free to ask. This is the time I ask her in case there's anything else she wanted to share, maybe from her notes and I didn't ask. You can look at your Kenya and say, Goga, you did not ask me this question. Then you can wing it in case there's anything you feel you've forgotten out of this. I know you're also very, she's done a video. She did a video I think one of her latest videos, I think probably 3 videos are back. I know you did talk about the importance of work-life balance as a content creator, and even for those of us in career and professions, as a professional. Do your colleagues know about your channel? Because I do know some. I'm normally not very vocal about my channel in a workplace setting, unless I'm put on the spot. But as professionals, what is that one advice you would have? Especially because sometimes I feel these are like our hobbies and things that we do when we are not working. You do when you're not nurturing talent as in the space of finance and banking.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is where do you draw the line? Between, is this a hobby? Do I need to share with my colleagues, or
Okay. At the workplace, you have categories of relationships, and I think for me, I approach the that aspect of letting people know that I'm a content creator from that basis. If we have something more striking than just colleagues, because they are just people, them because you work for the same organization, and it stops at there. But then there are people who what happens at work, if I give you a background context, is most of the time you'll find you carry food for lunch. You
Yes.
carry from home, you packed lunch. So I carry my nice food here and there, and sometimes just warming it, like in the microwave, and it's a common space. People will be like, hey, whose food? Whose food? And for me, I'm like, it's mine, and we have, when you become friends and you've worked with people for some time, they want to taste, they take your fillet, they take your chicken, they take your, even, I mean, whatever you've carried, even rice or something, they're like,
Yeah.
let me taste, is it moya rice? Is it what? Like, that's how like colleagues will operate, like friends at work
Y-
operate.
Yeah.
But then at that point, I'm like, by the way, they ask, how have you made this? And I'm like, by the way, I can give you a link. I have a YouTube channel. So at first, I never used to be very vocal about it. I just told a
Yeah.
few, my closest friends. They knew I have, and they were playing my playlist. There are those people I was telling you, like people will support you. So the others or now they become ambassadors for you. Like they'll be like, have you subscribed to her channel? She has a channel. Then being a YouTuber is also like looks prestigious. And, hey,
Of
what
course.
is that? Because people probably think you post a lifestyle. People like lifestyle so that they can know you beyond work. Then they meet
Yeah.
food, and they're like, oh, you post about food and all this. So I think for me that works well, other than just telling. I've never announced it publicly, but
Mm.
my immediate supervisor, my fellow colleagues at my level know that I do YouTube, and also some of the colleagues that work under me know that I do YouTube, but I in no way like push it down the throat, because I don't want it to be something that interferes. I want it to be also an interest that they have, that they are able to go out and because they are supporting a friend, or they are supporting someone they know. It's also very nice, and I like it when someone like who I didn't know, and probably they were told by another person we meet in the lift, and they're like, by the way, I was in your channel and I saw, I mean, you have many subscribers. They're like, I think the moment you hit 1K, you look serious. So
Yeah. That's true.
when you are below 1K, you are like, hey, 300, utaifika,
Yeah, by this like we tunakuonea tu room this one is just starting out.
But when you hit 1K, and even you tell them, yeah, it's a full channel, it's monetized, they take you seriously. They're like, hey, why don't you? But of course, many people don't even know what it takes to monetize a
Yes.
channel. So the most you can do is don't skip the ads, because they help me add a revenue. I mean, earn a revenue here and here. So that is the
Yeah.
most from the workspace. So the other day, my eldest son, we were coming from a trip we are taken. So we found ourselves in a bus with some two ladies. It was actually the SGR. So let me just say it was SGR. So you are bundled with people you don't know. So we sat and we struck a very nice conversation, like all the way from the Mombasa to Nairobi, with these
Yeah.
friends, and we are talking. So he was seated beside me, and at some point he's like, Mom, don't you think you should tell them about your channel? Because
I like how your son is
so,
being like the marketing director here.
so this one now is a fast one, like who just has like
The-
a cordial
the 12,
relationship
yeah.
with me,
Yeah.
with the food and all that.
Yeah.
So he's we actually were talking about we saw the baobab that grows along that road. So I
Yes.
know how a baobab tree looks like. I think I've used baobab in my recipe. That is a mabuyu, what we call mabuyu. So I started
Yeah.
explaining to these ladies how mabuyu is, what you can make mabuyu is. So he whispers to my ears like, don't you think you should tell them about your channel? This is a point you say. This is a point you say.
And
And
that family
because the
support.
moment
Yeah.
had passed, there's no way I could
Yeah.
have come back and say, by the way, on that point I was saying that I have a channel. I missed the opportunity. So
Yeah.
it's now like some of those things that start telling you that, by the way, if you mention to somebody that you have a YouTube channel, it's okay, they'll be interested to know what it is, they'll subscribe. So one of the days I made a work trip to a different town, and at the reception I was taking a photo. I'm like, and the lady notices I'm very interested in taking this photo. Then I'm like, by the way, I have a YouTube channel. She got so excited. What is the name? Rachel Faraja. When you search that is the first channel you find.
Yes.
So she's like, hey, and you have many subscribers. She subscribed and started watching the videos. By the morning, she was telling me how the food. So for me, I was like, by the way, word of mouth is not so bad. We can
It's
talk
not so
about
bad.
our channels. Yeah.
And we need to, in fact, I normally like how Jason and Gina do it, because Jason and Gina normally give people cards, like in the streets of New York. Like they actually went and did cards about their channel. So because sometimes they're walking in the streets and they may not have time to chat with you, they're like, oh, they're doing live streams, and then they meet you. Hey, Rachel, say hi to my people. You're watching people on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. Here is our card. They've done their part. Yeah, and that is like very organic growth. Like people are not necessarily on YouTube, but they can do subscribe to your channel. So word of mouth works. It works.
I should actually be more deliberate on that. So that's it about work. But I believe with time, the organic growth will be more visible. Yeah.
But I love it. I love for me, I love your thumbnails are the ones that finish me. Anytime I come to you, I'm like, hey, this one's the thumbnails. The thumbnails, the pictures. Yeah, you're just tempted to actually watch, because you can just see the way the thumbnails stand out, matoke and beef. And then I love the choice of font in terms of let me just show you the people what I'm talking about. So guys, when you go to Rachel Faraja's channel, you will find this. Look at those thumbnails. And that's why I always tell you guys, those of you who are doing food content, you need to put text on the pictures. Look at these things. Let me go to the most popular video, the Uji Power one. JD, anytime JD, you are always drinking Uji Power in the morning. Look at that, Uji Power. And that video did very well. And she uploaded it 5 months ago. Mukimo Wanjahe, this I think the video you are talking about. Tamarind porridge. Look at those things. Like there's a way this ice cream, like me, I just see the ice cream. I'm like, now this one I need to go and watch it and everything. So you can see how she's supplementing text to the food, so that because this is important for what you call impressions, and that is what Rachel is trying to do. So she's trying to make sure that the impressions are like at least when somebody is watching this is like, hey, me when I see ice cream. You see, if she didn't put ice cream there, you may not know what this is about. But because you saw ice cream, I may be tempted to click on it and watch the ice cream. So that's literally the context of the importance of thumbnails. Rachel, how long do you take to do your thumbnails? Just like a random quick ask. How long do you take to do you do your thumbnails separately, or what happens to the thumbnails?
Of course, I do most of them after the final output. Yes. So I mix the initial photos, probably of the ingredients, and the final. So I do them after my video, but just before. Most of the time after I edit. For me, editing is a major work. After I'm done editing and doing voiceovers, and I realize that I have to do voiceovers because I can't silence everyone in my house just for me to do a video. So I stopped.
I know. That's true.
I lost that battle and I'm at peace.
Oh my goodness, that is so funny. I love that.
I love voiceover. So after I'm done with the editing, I come back and work on my so it takes me about at most 30 minutes. Sometimes if I focus 30 minutes, if I'm distracted, it may take an hour or more. Yeah.
And that is it. Thank you so much, Rachel Faraja. This was an amazing conversation. I am so honored. I thought we'll take 1.5 hours. It's almost 3 hours. Can you imagine? Time flies like you even wonder. But because I know tomorrow we all have work and everything, I don't want to keep you unnecessarily longer. Thank you so much for honoring the invite. I am still waiting for your monetization party, which you asked me to come and MC. When is the party? Let me put you on the spot. When is the monetization party? Because it can always or wait for you to get to
Get me to 2K. Get me to 2K, Goga.
So that we call it 2K and wait.
2K
you only
and
need
monetization.
but you're almost getting to 2K. What is this? JD Helen, can you?
I'm not at 2K.
She's at 1.7.
I need 200.
Like 260. What is 260? Yeah. So you just do for us those verticals of yours, and then we get the 2K very fast.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So you get to 2K. Yes. I'm making a very public announcement here. You have heard the day she gets to 2K, she's going to do a monetization party, and I'll be the MC. Is that a deal? Rachel, did you hear what I said?
Yes, I said it's a deal.
Okay, good. Yeah. It has been decided. She'll have a monetization party when she's at 2K, and then we'll see. We'll make sure that at least we can come celebrate, and she will give us more of this food during that particular. Hey, why are you asking for dress code? We have not even, the party is when she's at 2K. Let her get to 2K, and then she'll tell. Look at these people. They're already asking you for the dress code of the party. I'm like, look at these ones. Let her get
I
her
love
to
that
2K.
phrase.
I know. Unlock the village is already. Goga, what is the dress code? I'm like, not yet. Like, wait for her to get the 2K and giveaways.
Yes, there'll be giveaways and the dress code. Unlock the village. You're my friend.
I give up. Like, this one has already planned the party. It is happening. She's asking for the dress code. We will make it happen. And I think she'll be able to get to 2K probably by next month. So we'll make it happen probably in August. All right. I will now give Rachel a chance to just give her final thoughts. She can wing it, whatever she wants to say, and then we'll be able to release her. And then I'll be able to end her live stream on the other side. It will read you guys back here. Then we come, we do our closing remarks, we do the affirmation, and then we let you guys go and have a beautiful new week ahead. All right, so I'm going to put on solo layout for that, just to give our final thoughts and remarks on this beautiful subject that we've been discussing here. It was so interesting. I didn't even realize that time has flown that much until I looked.
I've had the red. Fun.
Yeah, the red part. I've also had an amazing time. So I will do this right now so that she can do that, and then we can wrap up, and then we can leave. So Rachel, take it away.
Oh, great. Thank you so much, Goga, for having me, for the push, because I think if you hadn't done that, I would not be here. Sometimes you just need that one friend who nudges you over and tells you the importance of something, even when you feel like it is not a priority. To the conversation of today, I think I would like to just say, find happiness, find rhythm, and make things flow. We are not looking for perfection, but we are just looking for things to be in harmony. When things are in harmony, your life is a melodious tune. You just are able to radiate joy, radiate a lot of inner joy and peace wherever you go. And then lastly, I'll just ask you that we continue working together in this journey of the YT. It can get a bit overwhelming, but with your support, I believe that I've been able to come this far. And with your support, it is the milestone I'm talking about, the 1,700 subscribers I have. It's you and you who have brought me this far. The great part of monetization, it's you and you have gotten me this far. So I think I will not be here speaking of anything if it wasn't for the collaborations that we've put in, just coming in. Do it, pay it forward. Also, as you grow in your journey, if you've grown a step ahead of another one, pay it forward that someone held your hand and you're able to come this far. The other thing, I just love to appreciate all of you for the lovely conversation on my chat. It's been active. I don't think I've ever had such a lively live stream. And I just want to appreciate Goga because of just that advocating and just pushing me over, calling our dear friends to come over and support me. And they look forward to getting to 2K. That's the what I have right now as a goal. And I know that we shall be able to grow together. Look forward to amazing. I've told you about Notion. It has notes. If it was to speak to you, you'd wonder why I'm just sleeping on the job. But I have amazing ideas for you guys. So stay subscribed, click on those notification bells so that at any given time, you may not miss any of our videos. So I'm also looking at doing live streams. So whenever you see me here and there, just know it's a girl striving to maintain a balance, staying afloat. So pass by, say hi, and then we make a big, large family. So that is it from me, and God bless you for all the wonderful work you do, and may your effort never be in vain. May it be something that truly rewards you, and also you create a legacy out of all that you ever do on YT. Thank you so much, Goga.